think we got this thing working. Had a little bit of issues here, but. So I got a couple people on. Welcome. Tonight we're gonna be giving away this nice big bag here of baits. We got a bunch of soft plastics, some swim baits, a couple crankbaits, Spiro rat, things like that. It's pretty neat. So before we start with the giveaway, just want to kind of introduce myself. So my name is Dustin, obviously. Right now I'm an active duty soldier stationed here at Fort Stewart. And actually I've only got about 2 weeks left as an active duty soldier. So I'll be getting out the first week of May, and I'll be heading back home to Indiana. So if you guys that know anything about the military, really, it's pretty tough to stay in, you know, for 20 years. No matter what you're doing, what job it is, it can be pretty taxing, especially when you're trying to raise a young family. So I'm almost at 10 years right now, and I just decided that, you know, before I really get over the hump, I'm gonna change things up. And as far as the future, I've got some things in the works right now. I'm not really like counting that chicken yet necessarily. I'm just waiting until it's a you know, a sure thing, and then I'll kind of talk about that later once I get it locked in. But I've got some pretty good plans for the future, and I think I'll be able to take care of my family pretty good. But more importantly, it's just about getting home, getting back to a good support like network, a good support system. I just think that's gonna be a better way for me and my family to, you know, raise our daughter and our future children. So that's where I made the decision. I mean, there's a lot of people that can make it work, and I'm sure we could have too, but it was just too taxing on me. So decided to get out, head home to Indiana. I'm incredibly grateful for everything that the Army's done for me. I mean, I wouldn't even be half the person that I am without the Army. I mean, that's for sure. It's matured me. I've had the opportunity. I've deployed 3 times. I've lived in 4 different states. This is my 4th duty station here. I can't thank it enough, but it's just my time to go. So a little bit about my fishing background. Oh, is the video sideways? Let me see if I can fix this. Is it sideways on your screen? Let me see if I can mess it. Let's see here. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we got here. So I've never done a Facebook Live before. So I'll kind of talk about my fishing a little bit and kind of my Facebook page here. So if you guys don't know me, I've been like hardcore bass fishing. I don't want to say hardcore, but I've been really dedicated to bass fishing over the last 3 or 4 years. I spent my whole life fishing. My dad and my grandpa took me all around the Midwest, things like that. But over the last couple of years, mainly when I was in Colorado, I really took up bass fishing. I think that's given me, being in the military and trying to fish, it's actually like an amazing opportunity, because I was able to fish in Colorado, which is crystal clear lakes, and it's, you know, 100-foot deep, and smallmouth fishing, you know, little jig fishing, things like that. And then I come down here to Southeast Georgia, and it's totally different, especially right here in Hinesville and Fort Stewart. There's no good lakes, so you're fishing tidal rivers and like little ponds, things like that. So just my military experience alone has given me the opportunity to travel in places that, you know, some people get really stuck in a region. And I fished a lot when I was in Tennessee on the Cumberland River, and then Colorado, and then now Georgia. So I think it's really neat. Oh, and then as far as like social media. So if you guys have been following along, I've been trying to brand myself, so to speak, on social media for a couple of years. I have a dedicated Instagram that I've been working on for a couple of years, and I never really messed with Facebook. I didn't know it was very lucrative, because I hadn't really dived into it that much. I ain't seen that there really is a niche as far as fishing, and Facebook's actually a lot easier to kind of gain a following, you know. Instagram, I really plateaued with my reach, you know, my exposure, and it's just a ton of work to even get the things that I had, you know, with a couple hundred followers. So then I decided to create this group or this page on Facebook, and I absolutely cannot believe like how well it's doing. And only a couple weeks I have like almost 800 likes on this page, and it's overwhelming on the sheer fact that, on a contrast to Instagram, where I thought it was a lot better because, you know, there's like the hashtag model is a lot more relevant there. And then to come on to Facebook and just watch this thing explode in a couple weeks, it's just I can't be happier, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support. So my plan was, you know, I mean, like I said, Instagram was kind of like stalled out for me, and I was like, well, once I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, I'm gonna give a bunch of stuff away. Well, as soon as this thing started kind of taking off, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it right now. It's right before the move. Taylor, all right. It's right before the move. I make sure I get the package out the door, and before this goes, and I just, like I said, I just really want to say thank you to everybody that's really supported me this far. And I do want everybody to understand that I don't think of myself as a bass master. You know, my good buddy Michael can tell you that we are probably some of the worst fishermen that's ever lived. We have every type of issue. Just today, I had to completely disassemble my trolling motor because the entire inside was corroded, and it's only like 13 months old. We have no luck whatsoever. We barely know what we're doing, but this is just like what we absolutely love to do. Even so today, if some of you guys see it on my page, you see me dragging the boat around with a pole. So we get out there, and I am like absolutely beyond mad. But then we kind of get out, and I can't move the boat. I have no power to the big motor. It's been like that for a while. No idea what's wrong with it. I've been taking it apart, putting it back together. And it doesn't make any sense. And then get out of the water today, and there's no power to the trolling motor. So I'm out there with this push pole. I'm dragging the boat around, and I'm like I said, I'm beyond mad in the beginning. And once we kind of pull off the ramp a little bit, and we kind of get settled in, and the river's like flooded beyond belief, and even though we were there just a few days ago, so we kind of pull off the boat ramp. We know we can't get in the river because we'll obviously be washed away. We don't have anything on the boat that's, you know, motorized, and we kind of pull off, and we're just sitting there and we're just casting. We know we're probably not gonna catch a single fish, but we're just enjoying the fact that we're casting our fishing poles. And I think that's one thing that I can say about myself and even my buddy Michael is we're not good. We're definitely not smart. I mean, we're soldiers after all, and we're infantrymen no less. We're definitely not very smart, but we absolutely have the passion, and I really am trying to turn that passion into somewhat of a career, right? And to kind of explain my goals, getting back to Indiana, I'm going to try to hit every little tournament I can. So I'll start there, like locally, all right? I'll be living in Newport for a little while, and I'll be moving to Terre Haute. I really want to move to Bloomington, but I don't think it's going to be it doesn't really support my ultimate goal of taking care of my family, because if I live in Bloomington, it's just going to be too far away from my support network. So I'll be moving to Terre Haute, and then I'll, you know, fish in Sullivan Lake, areas around there, and then get settled in, and then really start to expand. Trying to fish IBF, maybe some FLW, like BFL events, Bassmaster Opens, if things line up. It's obviously very expensive, and with this new job I'm taking, I don't really know exactly what things are going to be looking like. So as soon as I can kind of get that to shake out, then I'll start developing my tournament plan. But the goal is this to be, you know, it already is such a huge part of my life, and I absolutely drive my wife crazy every single day about fishing. I don't think there's been a day in the last 3 years that I've not talked about fishing. And every day I'm on the line looking at deals, And I'm like, oh, Megan, you gotta check out this deal. Like, I gotta get this today. And she's like, you say that literally every day, and which I do. And I really can't thank her enough either, even though, you know, she pushes back a lot, which is good, because if not, we'd probably be broke. But get settled, and then try to work on really getting serious. Down here, I fish all the events that I can. It's not a ton right now. I've got coronavirus. They're slowing things down. There's some little trails, little tournament trails, but a lot of them travel a little too far. And then, you know, sometimes the money's not right, or it's fishing on a small little pond or stuff like that. So, you know, and like with work, I've been fortunate the last couple of weeks, with coronavirus and with things going on at work, for me about to get out. I've been at home most of the last couple of weeks, which has been great and bad, because I've been taking care of my daughter, which I had no idea how much work that would be. But it is overwhelming in itself. But usually I wouldn't have time to go out and travel for an event. So I wouldn't be able to leave on a Friday, pre-fish, and then at all, and then fish Saturday. And it's not something I really took advantage of when I first got here with traveling, where I could gain any type of experience on any big body of water around here. Seminole, like Lanier, Eufaula, anything that's like, it's not necessarily close, but it's like good fisheries around here. St. John's isn't too far. I didn't really take advantage of that early when I was here. So then when I started finding these tournaments, it was just kind of too late. I had no opportunities to go pre-fish, and it made no sense to try to go and fish these tournaments. I mean, I fished tournaments in these little tournaments here without ever doing any good. There was a tournament yesterday. I fished it because I've never caught a single fish. I did not fish it because I've never caught a single fish there. And with Megan still working, even though, you know, most of the areas shut down, I didn't have a babysitter, and coronavirus, so I didn't want to take my daughter anywhere, things like that. So none of it lined up, but it was kind of for the better. I wasn't that excited about the tournament to begin with. And I think there's only like 4.5 pounds won the tournament, so it doesn't sound like it was that great anyway. But yeah, I think that's pretty much good on the ramble here. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in. I'm going to give away this stuff in a minute. I'm going to talk about how I selected the winner, and then I'll probably just hang out on live for a little bit. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys just want to drop in where you're watching from, that'd be pretty cool too. Kind of see where everybody's from and how far of a reach I got. So I'll go over a couple of things that I've learned from switching primarily to Instagram now to Facebook, especially with giveaways. So with Instagram, it was a little bit easier because I don't really know like what Facebook does, but so you know, if you're doing a giveaway, you kind of set your own parameters, like your own rules. And I think one thing I did this time that was kind of wrong was just a little bit too ambitious on what I expected of everybody to do, and that is absolutely my own fault. I think I tried to like really like suck a lot out of this, but at the same time, I did want to keep it where it was people that were supporting me, but I did want to, obviously there's things I want to gain from this, you know, just to be absolutely transparent with you. You know, the idea you do a giveaway, it's not completely like selfless. You know, you're trying to gain followers, you're trying to gain attention and traction, and that's what I was trying to do. And I think I overreached as far as what I asked you guys to do, and now I really know, like, okay, this was like really hard, and it's just the way that Facebook does things. So I'll explain to you some things that kind of like upset me about the Facebook giveaway. It upset me because it almost felt like I wasn't being fair to you guys. All right, so and there's one element that, I mean, I don't really know like what to think of it or like how to address it, but so I'll just get right into it. So first off, whenever you comment on a video or you comment on a post, Facebook likes to jumble it up so it's not like chronological whatsoever, and it made that extremely hard to follow, like who is eligible from commenting alone. And then you know, one of the things was I asked you guys to share that post. And the thing about sharing is, if you have your privacy set to anything, I mean, I don't know what the setting is, but if it's set to something like specific, I can't see that you ever shared it. So the problem with that is, like, the problem, like, understanding eligibility of, you know, my rules I made for the giveaway is I have over 200 comments. I have people that are commenting, and then I go to the shares, and those people ain't matching up. So I kind of did it like analog to start. I wrote down everybody's name that shared. That was like my first step. So I had a couple pages of that. I went through and I seen, all right, who shared? And then I went through and I seen, okay, who commented their favorite fishing story? And then the number, you know, they weren't matching up. So I put out like, hey, there's like issues. Make sure you guys meet the requirements. So when it's all said and done, there's about like 20 or 30 people that, I mean, are just not eligible based off the rules that I've made. And like I said, I feel like really weird about it because it's not like I'm trying to exclude anybody from the giveaway, but at the same time, I have to have like integrity as far as I can't give it to somebody that didn't follow the rules, so to speak. But when you share, if the settings ain't correct, then I have no idea that you shared it. And I can't go back and look, and I can't like determine your eligibility for the giveaway. So that's just something that I've learned like through hosting this giveaway. And something I'm gonna, next time I'll completely change this. So back up just a little bit more about giveaways in general. So if you guys follow me at all, I used to run this page called Military Vets Fishing. And it was really, I mean, it was like a really big part of my life for a long time, and it was like super awesome. And what it was just an Instagram page. I took all these veterans that I knew, and they would send me photos, and I would just post their pictures, and it was just like a consolidated veterans fishing page. And what I used it as kind of like a platform that veterans could like meet each other, you know, if they wanted to, but bigger than that, I received tons of stuff from like donors, and I gave away just anything anybody give me. If I found like crazy good deals at Dick's or at a sporting goods store, I would buy it up and I would just give away on that page. And you know, there's criteria, they had to be veterans. It was like people only on that page, but it was like this awesome thing. And I teamed up with a lot of people during that. I helped some guys like kind of get off the ground a little bit. I helped a company that was already thriving. I didn't really help them that much. They kind of offered me a position, and we talked a while, and it just never worked out. I mean, it just took up so much of my time, but I absolutely loved it. It was like my big thing for a long time. And then, so at the same time on my Instagram page, I was just giving away anything else I could, because it felt really good to, you know, you know, you kind of hear the story of like you're living somebody else's dream. So when I started fishing, and I started seeing like, you know, watching YouTube a lot, and you see like these guys that have like just tons of gear, and I'm not a professional tournament angler, and there's just some things that I just do not need, right? Or there's some things that I don't have confidence in, and I'll be frank with you, like I just don't want this thing anymore. So what better way, like what else should I do with it other than just give it away? I mean, it's like, you know, products are perfectly like brand new. I don't have any confidence in it. I don't want to throw it. And, you know, maybe I got a good deal on it, so I bought it then, but I don't want it now. And I just give it away. So that's something I've been doing on Instagram a lot before this, and I'm going to continue that going. Just reading some comments there. But, so anything I can get. So a backstory on this as well. So I went to the Bassmaster Classic just a couple months ago, and there they just give out so much free stuff. And I got a ton of free plastics. And I came back, and I've got them all to my pegboard, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. And it's like, what am I going to do with this many plastics? Like, over the next couple years, I could definitely use them. But what I thought like there's no better time to give away something than like when I have all this extra stuff, and I've been always thinking like watching these guys have so much stuff that, which I know they need. Like when pros have all this stuff, it's because they're going through like 20 crankbaits, you know, a week, things like that. If they run just a little bit off, they'll toss them. But you know, I'm obviously not even close to that level. So I'm like, I got all this stuff. Let me just give it away and really give back to the guys that have been following along with me and supporting me. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's get down and let's pick a winner. All right, so again, I'll talk about real quick kind of how I audited the whole thing. So I started with the kind of an analog process, like I was saying. I wrote down everybody that shared, and then I went through and I checked every person that commented. And then I put a tick, you know, you shared, you commented, you're good. And, you know, tagging people, I just like went through and made sure that, you know, you met eligibility. And then I'd go over to Instagram and I'd search your name. And if you were following me on Instagram, then you got a bonus point. Okay. And then what I did here, I'd show you, but I don't want to mess the camera completely up here. So then what I did, I have a spreadsheet here, and I can share. I don't want to share a picture of it because I don't know if people want me sharing their information, but I can show you. I'll share a picture of the example of how I did it. So then I had columns, and it's like, you know, if you met the eligibility, commented, share, and then there's an Instagram column. So you get one entry for the Facebook rules, and then you would get an extra entry if you follow me on Instagram. So then you would get a number, 1, 2. The next guy maybe didn't follow me on Instagram, so he got 3. The next guy did, so he got 3, or he got 4 and 5. Okay, if that makes sense. So, and actually I'll kind of pull this up here, just so everybody can kind of see. I want to make sure I make this as fair as possible. All right. So after going through, like I said, there was almost 200 shares, but the issue was there was like a lot of discrepancies with eligibility. So it's something that I'm definitely going to change going forward. They have programs that you can buy and you can use to make sure that everybody's just good. You don't have to even worry about it. But of like, you know, let's say 200 some odd people that maybe attempted to enter, or that, you know, that attempted to enter, but they might have messed up in some way or another. I only had 78 legitimate candidates. All right. And if I overlooked your name, I really do apologize. I went through this like 4 times, like scrubbing it just to make sure that everything was good. But I promise you I'm not perfect. All right. So what I have here, if it'll focus, is a random number generator just here on Google. So I'll generate this number. All right. So we got number 65. Okay. So probably won't focus, but we'll go here. If you look here, 65, Thomas Richardson. Thomas Richardson is the winner of this giveaway. All right, huge bag here, full of baits. Okay, we got swim baits, we got creature baits, we got hats, power baits, all kinds of stuff. And something else, along with this giveaway, that I'm pretty excited about, is not only am I going to give away that to now Thomas Richardson, I'm also going to be giving away almost an identical package to the Fallen Outdoors, which is a veterans organization I'm actually a part of now. They're going to get basically the same exact giveaway that you see me in the pictures. They're getting the same exact contents. I'm going to mail that to them. They're going to have I'm actually going to be mailing it to Team Georgia here. All right, so I hooked up with them, knowing that I'm going to go to Indiana soon, but these guys have really taken me in. I've learned a lot about them already. So I'm going to mail that to them, and then they're going to have this big event at Lake Lanier. We don't know when because of coronavirus, but I'm going to mail it to them, and they're going to give that away at their tournament. So I think that's really cool. If you guys don't know, the Fallen Outdoors is this amazing organization. What they do is it's basically like, you can almost think of it like kind of a lobbyist group. Not like lobbying like politics, but what they do is they kind of headhunters. They go out and they find these fishing trips, hunting trips, like any outdoor trips. Members like myself, like I'm a pro staff member, so we'll come up with an event, right? So I've got my boat here, and I'll publish to this private group of veterans. I'll say, hey guys, in 2 weeks I'm gonna go out on this lake, and then what we'll do is we'll basically have a random drawing, and we'll pick a veteran to go out fishing with us, or two, or whatever we can accommodate. Right now, coronavirus is really tough. I think Team Georgia is trying to do 100 trips this year. It's obviously being slowed down by coronavirus. Can't do a lot. They go turkey hunting, elk hunting, bear hunting, tuna fishing. I mean, they do literally everything, and that's what it is. Just a network of veterans and non-veterans, like supporters. They just come in and they just give away all these free trips, usually almost no cost to veterans, and it's amazing. I'm glad to be a part of it. As soon as this virus kind of clears up, I'll be on my way to getting these trips in, back with Team Indiana. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to help out Team Georgia too much. That's why I wanted to give away this big bag to them, along with this other bag to my winner tonight. Because I felt like, when I kind of signed up with them, I owed them a lot, because they really took me in. They showed me the ropes really quick, and it's maybe not something they necessarily do with everybody, but they knew I'd be transitioning to Indiana, and they wanted me to take a big role in Indiana. And I don't know if they want me to take a big role, but I want to have a big role in Indiana, so they really brought me in now. So that way I was really running when I got there. But yeah, as soon as I can, I'm gonna take out some more veterans, host trips. But if you guys haven't checked them out, The Fallen Outdoors, or Facebook, Instagram, they have a website. And if you guys would like, no pressure, you guys can go on thefallenoutdoors.com, I believe, or just Google it, obviously. And you can donate there. So that money will go towards funding these really bigger trips. So they have a national banquet, they have state banquets, there's regional banquets where they just give away, things they accumulate over the year. Like this bag, like I was mentioning, will be given away at Lake Lanier when the coronavirus settles, and they host their tournament there. So that'll be really cool. But all that money, 100% goes back to the veterans, which isn't always the case for some of these groups. But yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of them. If you guys know, I've been with Enigma Fishing for a long time now. It was kind of just this thing where it's kind of like, you see like a help wanted ad where I seen it, and I was like, man, if I really take a leap here, I think this would be really great for me. And that's what I did. Really early on, I was like, I'm gonna go after, and when you first start, you think it's like so important to have sponsors and things like that, and I can promise you it's not like what it's hyped up to be. But for one, I love Enigma rods. I don't fish with anything else. I have like Abu Garcia rods because I used to buy a lot of combos, and I don't use them anymore. I strictly use Enigma rods. I've watched them change. They're a relatively young company still, but I've watched the generations of rods change. The new rods come out, and I really like them. I can't say enough about it, and it's been really eye-opening to watch them grow, to see how like a pro staff, it's definitely not a sponsorship. I don't want people to get confused about like when they see my like branding there. It's not a sponsorship. I work and I promote them for a discount, and I don't get anything for free. So I'm not being forced into anything with Enigma rods. I just absolutely love them. I get a couple of my buddies to fish with them, and I don't know. I guess people change their brands all the time, but right now that's what I'm gonna stick with, Enigma. And the same thing with Shady Rays sunglasses. So Shady Rays is I would love. Don't get me wrong. I love Shady Rays. I would love a pair of, You know, those premium sunglasses. But the thing is, about premium sunglasses, if anybody knows, you put them on, and then they fall off into the boat. It's just like, they fall off into the water. It just seems how it always happens. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, you buy expensive pair of sunglasses, and they're gone. And then there's $100 or whatever else it is. So, I really like Shady Rays for a couple reasons. They're inexpensive. They're ultra polarized, which is what fishermen look for, right? So I can see anything you can see with premium sunglasses. Now there's some like higher end that, you know, Shady Rays probably doesn't compare to as far as being polarized, but they have an unlimited, or that's like no strings attached replacement policy. So you say like, hey, I flat out just lost them. I don't know where they're at. You pay shipping and you get a pair back. And if that doesn't like say like, you know, they didn't really stand behind the product, I mean, I don't know what else will. There's no better warranty, especially for sunglasses. So I use that program myself. I left my glasses up in the dash of my truck, and after like 2 months, I have a couple pairs. After 2 months, the film like just kind of disintegrated on them. And I sent them to Shady Rays. I told them, and they sent me a new pair. I dropped them. I was looking over the boat, into the water, and then they fall off my head. They sent me a new pair. So you can't beat that. So check them out at Shady Rays. Check out Enigma Fishing. Really check out the Fallen Outdoors. Like I said, I'd encourage you to take a look, and maybe if you want to donate to that, it's a great organization, and it all goes back to veterans. So you really can't beat that. But yeah, if you guys want, there's a couple people still on. If you guys have any questions, again, the winner was Thomas Richardson. I'll be sure to send him a message on Facebook, get his address, and send it out to him. But if anybody watching has any questions, I'll just kind of hang out here for a little bit. Kind of do a couple things, maybe tie up some stuff. And anything you'd like to know, just let me know. And I can answer it. So while I'm waiting, I guess, I'm not sure if anybody has any questions. Actually, let me see if I can run through here. All right, let's see what we got. All right. If you guys have any questions, I don't know if there's anybody new on. All right, if you guys just tuning in. All right, I just gave away a pretty big bag here of lures to my random giveaway, or my random winner, Thomas Richardson, here on Facebook. And I challenge myself to match that giveaway and give an equal amount of product to the Fallen Outdoors, which you can check out online at the Fallen Outdoors. Just Google it, and should be the first website that comes up. There you can donate, and all the proceeds go back to veterans, getting them outdoors. It's really about like getting them outdoors, but it's getting them outdoors with people that understand who they are. You know, if you know a veteran or you are a veteran, you know that there's definitely a different culture, and sometimes what you need is just somebody that understands that, just to kind of tell you how it is. You know, if you're having a bad day, they'll kind of, it's not, I don't mean to imply it's like a man up thing, but they'll give it to you straight, because they know what you've been through, and they know, and they're probably going through the same thing. So it's easy for them to to share experiences and kind of help each other through that. So that's what I'd say the primary mission of Fallen Outdoors is. But then they get the veterans outdoors, obviously. And that's kind of where, get out there and they can open up and be a little bit more comfortable. They're with people that they can trust, being fellow veterans. And overall, it's a great program. So let's tidy up here, get this stuff kind of cleaned up. If anybody has any questions, feel free. Like I said, I'll hang out here on live for a little bit. I know everybody's busy right now, probably watching Tiger King or whatever else, but just kind of open it up and just kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit. Hello, Mother. There's exciting news in our household. I don't know if I can talk about it. So I guess I just won't, but I haven't got exclusive rights to mention anything, but pretty cool day. Yeah, I'm just gonna bag this stuff up. Like I said, the winner. I'm going to see if I can tag him. I'm going to make a post right now where everybody's watching. What's up, buddy? All right, so here we're going to announce our winner. I'll make a post and we'll see if he'll comment in here while we're on live. You guys just tuning in? I just gave the stuff away. Our winner was Thomas Richardson. Okay, first off, I ain't a nerd there, buddy. Just kidding. I am a nerd, but actually you're the nerd because you literally get paid to play video games. So I don't really know. No, wait, that's the wrong Luke. But either way, you're still a nerd. Anyway, this is what we gave away. We gave away a huge bag full of baits. Okay, you can check it out on my page. There's a post about it. You can see exactly what we gave away there. So let's see. I don't know if I had to follow him first, probably. Let me go add him as a friend, and then we'll see if we can hook up with him. But yeah, you guys just watching. I know, that's what I'm saying. It was the wrong one. It's all right. You guys just watching. If you have any questions, really about anything, like I said, this page, my fishing, I don't mean to imply at all that I have any idea what I'm doing. I just have an extreme passion for fishing, and right now, more specifically, bass fishing. I mean, every day I literally, I can't stop thinking about something about fishing, right? It's always, there's something in the works for me in fishing. And that's kind of like my thing with this page is I want to be really transparent, and I don't want to come off like I have any idea what I'm doing, because that's definitely for sure. I have no clue what I'm doing. But I have the passion for fishing. I would like to take this passion and turn it into a career. It's going to be pretty tough, obviously. But we're going to give it a shot because it's what I want to do. All right, so I'm trying to add Thomas here. But of course, this isn't working. Probably, I mean, streaming. I have terrible internet to begin with. I can't really get it to work right now. But I'll tag him. I'll make sure he knows, and I'll get his address and send it off to him. You guys just tuning in. Say we just gave away a ton of stuff. Giving away more stuff to the Fallen Outdoors. If you guys want to check them out. And yeah. All right, now I'm just kind of fielding questions. Trying to look through and add the winner here so I can send him a message. But of course, it's not working. Can't get this to load. But I really do want to say I really appreciate, I mean, the amount of traction this thing got. I would have no idea that this many people would like and share. You know, I don't know how many people, you know, like my page directly because of this, but I really, I couldn't be happier. I had like two goals, I wouldn't say goals, I had two ideas. Like, I had the best case scenario, which would be, I thought, okay, if I get 500 shares, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself at that point. 500 would have just absolutely blown me away. And then I set like a realistic expectation. Like, all right, if I get 50 shares on this post, I will be absolutely okay with that. And we got almost 200 shares. So right there in the middle, I could not be happier. So But unless there's any questions, I think that's about it. Would you are a winner? I appreciate everybody's support. I'm gonna send him a message now. If I can't get, I'm not sure. I guess if I can't get a hold of him, then maybe I'll have to pick another winner. But I'm sure I'll be able to. I know he was following along pretty good, so. But all right, guys. Right now I'm fielding questions. If you guys got anything for me, if not, I'll probably shut it down here in just a few minutes. All right. I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I know at some points we had, 20 or so, which I think is okay. I think is great for, I just now started this, so the fact that anybody even watched, I couldn't be happier with that. So, I guess you don't really know like how these things are going to shake out. I cannot find this. Oh, I'll get to that, and I'll make sure I send him a message. And yeah, but again, I appreciate everybody for entering the giveaway. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun following along it. I had a lot of fun finding the winner and being live with you guys tonight. Well, all right, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.